What's shaking, nerds? Welcome back to another video, and today I just want to talk about caches in the world of Escape from Tarkov. I'm not going to show you where they are because, come on, there's already tons of other videos on where the locations are. I will give you, a heads up on where you can find resources for it, but I just want to talk about caches in general. So if you're watching this video without knowing what caches really are, just think of them as secret lootable containers hidden around Escape from Tarkov. But here's the thing, they're only on 4 maps in Tarkov. You've got Interchange, you've got Shoreline, you've got Woods, and you've got Customs. There's only 2 different types of caches. So there's the first kind that look like almost like a chili pot in the ground, and then the other type is, planks of wood almost with grass over top, camouflaged. The good thing about caches is once you find a location on a map of where it is, it never changes. It's always in the same location. Now, in the future, this might change where, if say Interchange has 18, maybe only 5 will show up on the map. Nikita has talked about that before, but right now, if there's 18 on Interchange, there's always going to be 18 on Interchange, and they're always going to be in the same location. Now, if you want to know where they are on a specific map, you can YouTube that specific map and see a ton of videos on that. Or Jesse Kazam, another YouTuber, a good friend of mine, actually put out a new video about this new website called Map Genie. I really love this website. I'm really digging into it. It shows you not only like spawn locations of scavs, not only does it show you key locations, but you can filter it to only have cache locations. But sometimes that's not good enough because it's a general area and you want to see specifically where it is because, again, they're hidden, right? So you can either, YouTube a video because there's tons of them, or, the Wikipedia for Escape from Tarkov has a ton of just visuals on it. So it'll show you where on the map they are, and then it'll also show you a picture of like the area it's in. This is super helpful for someone that's new or someone that is looking for them. The cool thing about caches is anything can spawn in them. I have this list from Wikipedia and I look through it. I try to find anything from a T5000 sniper rifle to a LEDX, and they're all on the list. Yeah, they're super rare, but they're able to be found in these caches. So think of them as almost like slot machines when you come across them. You never know what you're going to get. And most of the time, yeah, you get meh items, but the possibility of finding something cool is there. Just to let you know, all the links to all this stuff that I show you will be in the description down below. And, when we're talking about caches, a lot of times I go for them if I'm on my way to somewhere and I know the location of them, or if I need something desperately like, food or drink, right? They have saved me in the past by like me needing a drink, say, or me needing energy. And I'm like, oh, I have a cache over here I know about. And I go hit it, and luckily enough, food and drink is pretty common to find in a cache, so there it was. But I was talking to my community about this, and a lot of people do cache runs on certain maps, so either Shoreline or Customs or say Interchange, and I did that today. I did a full run of just Interchange cache runs. Here's all the loot that I got from it. It wasn't spectacular in any means, and I did have to throw away a couple items because I still didn't have enough room for them. But, it was still good. I still got a good chunk of cash out, nothing crazy. But what I wanted to talk about is whether or not cache runs are something you should be doing a lot of. As new players that are coming to Tarkov, it's really intimidating to play this game. You're already starting late, so you probably didn't start when wipe hit. So you're, 3-4 weeks behind the 8 ball. And everyone's already running fully kitted M4s and level 5-6 armor. Hell, a week after wipe, this is happening, right? So I get why they want to do these cache runs. They're more safe. You don't really have to get into any PvE or PvP while doing this, hopefully. And you can still make, a decent amount of money. But I did a cache run today on Interchange, and I just did it for fun just to see what it was like. And even as a veteran player, I still think they're really viable. And the reason I think of this is because a lot of times the maps you're playing on with caches are larger maps. So you've got Customs, you've got Interchange, and you've got Shoreline. You do have Woods too, but Woods doesn't have many caches. These other 3 do. But the thing about these maps are they're larger maps, and you have to make your way to the other end to even extract. So there's all these caches in between. So if you know the location, even if you are somewhat full, why not hit one or two? So that's what I've learned today with this interchange run, because I found a lot of new ones that say I spawn somewhere and I know there's now a cache right on this corner or something I can hit quickly. And yeah, most of the time you're gonna get really messed stuff. But again, you never know when you're gonna hit the jackpot of these slot machine caches. And that's something I wanna talk to everyone about, is you should learn at least where a lot of these are, because, you know, as someone that plays this game a ton, I bet you I could have gotten out with, 20% more gear if I just knew where that extra cache was on, say, Shoreline. I love the map Shoreline, and there's something like, there's over 30 on Shoreline alone. So as you're going to resort, you're PvPing, you're killing a couple of people on your way to tunnel, you can still hit, say, 3, 4, 5, 6 caches. And that's what I think's really great about knowing the cache locations, even if you're a veteran. It's not that you should be doing cache runs. It might not be super valuable to you. You might not make a ton of money if you're already a high level and you're already okay for cache. But it's just in the scenarios of when you're going through a map and you're trying to get to point A to point B, and you might know that there's 2 caches on the way. Well, there's extra loot for you. One last thing I want to talk about is the new boss that's coming to Shoreline. So in the PC game show, Nikita said this in the interview.
And there will be new boss called Senator. This boss will able to heal his partners and search for stashes. So we always try to bring something new in terms of new bosses.
Now Nikita does say stashes and not caches, of course. But in my head, it makes sense that he would be hitting these caches. Yes, if he's in resort, maybe he is hitting some, gun boxes that are in empty rooms that don't need keys and whatnot. But in my head, it is a possibility that he would be searching these caches. And if you come across a whole bunch of caches that are already hit, maybe you're on the tail of him and he's in this general area. Who knows? We won't know until he does get released, but it's just food for thought. So I hope you guys liked my video about this. All the links are going to be down below in the description. Remember, I do stream 5 days a week on twitch.tv, Monday to Friday. Also, if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want. That's up to you. I'm never going to pressure you guys into it, but it would mean a lot. But I just wanted to talk about these caches and tell you guys, you know what? Even if you're a veteran and you put your nose up in the air to them, it's a good thing to know about, and I think you should definitely learn about them.